on the All Indiana Podcast Network.
This is AC's Conversations.
AC's Conversations is about sports, music, TV, movies, and more.
Everything and more.
Everything is ready to go.
That include the latest news and rumors, along with interviews with the biggest names in sports and entertainment.
This
is AC's Conversations with your host,
News 8 Sports Director.
The man is the real deal.
Let's go to work, fella.
Anthony Calhoun.
Here with the reigning Indy 500 champion. What a year for this guy, Josef Newgarden. You're smiling from ear to ear, man. Now we're getting ready for the 2024 season, but I know you. Everywhere you go, everyone's talking about you. Obviously, winning the Indy 500 is got to be special.
I'm excited to see you. I'm excited to see you at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. I get good feelings about this place, this town, this race. It's special, as we all know, and I think my appreciation has only gone up tenfold after winning it. It has a magical effect on you when you're lucky enough to win the race with your team. So, yeah, excited to go again. I feel really motivated. I've been trying to reset and recenter as far as personally, what I'm doing to come into the season. Am I focused and how am I going to be more focused this year versus last year? But just excited, ready to go.
Yes. So after winning one Indy 500, I'm sure the motivation is like, look, we got to get another one, right? I mean, that's.
My favorite saying, one of my favorite sayings from Roger Penske is "good enough is not good enough." Yeah. And he's always going for the next thing. We're looking at the next goal, the next task, and I think that's how you have to be in sports. It doesn't matter if it's racing or something else. I mean, how do you stay motivated? For us, it's going after the next goal, and that's winning another Indy 500. That would be number 20 for the captain RP, and it'd be number 2 for me. So I'm very motivated, more motivated than before I'd won it. It's funny, it has that effect on you. You would think you win Indianapolis in the 500 and you're kind of good and you're set. I feel more motivated to win it now. So really excited to come back, and then obviously the championship follows that up.
Yeah, and you guys came so close last year. We know Alex Palou had a great year, but you guys are right there with them till the very end when you think about it. You've won a lot of races. Give me your mindset you go into 2024, and just as far as yourself mentally, but also the team around you as well.
Yeah, we had a bizarre ending to 2023. We were really in the fight in some respects in the championship. Definitely through the middle part of the year, through the summer. In most of the time, we were the closest challenger to Alex, and I actually felt like we were matching him in a lot of ways. And then we sort of fell apart in a disastrous way the final 3 rounds and ended up, drifting to 5th in the championship. So I think our potential and our ceiling is significantly higher than that. I think at Indianapolis specifically, we've got a shot to come back and be good here. But the championship, I really want us to stay focused on that. I think we're just as excited and motivated, and everyone's feeling pretty upbeat about it. We're not hanging our head on having a bad end of the season. That was what it was, but we're ready to jump back in and be consistent and be there at the end this time around.
You talk about just how competitive it is. I mean, I know you don't take your wins for granted at all last year because the field is so loaded with so much talent. Take us through that. Just week in and week out, you're not sure who's going to win these races sometimes.
Well, let's put it this way. Alex Palou was considered to have one of the most dominant seasons that we've ever seen. Yeah. And he won 5 races out of 17, which is significant. But it's only 5. If you're considering that the most, he loses a lot more than he wins. And I think that speaks to the competitiveness of IndyCar, and even for us, we won 4 races and we fell way short in the championship. So, even if you get a couple wins on the board, that doesn't guarantee everything. And I think even when you find dominant players in the mix, they're not running away with race victories. It doesn't happen in IndyCar. So I think it's what makes it exciting for fans. It makes it stressful for us. I wish we had a big advantage and we would just win pretty easily, but that's not fun to watch. And, I think people, when they tune in, they don't know what's going to happen in half these races.
Okay, 2 more questions for you. I want to ask you about, obviously, you start off the season down there in Florida. Give me your thoughts and being down in St. Pete, and I know when you see that green flag there, it's all about business for the rest of the season, right? Yeah,
St. Pete's a great start. It's very much an IndyCar community there. They're excited to see us. It's, pretty much spring break, St. Petersburg, and they light that town up. I mean, it feels like an IndyCar city, and, it's a good spark for us to start the year. And then obviously, we get into the swing of things, get up to the month of May. So, yeah, I can't wait to get going.
Okay, and the final race of the season in your hometown in Nashville, how cool is that to be able to hopefully, who knows, maybe you can win it all and, get the points title down there in Nashville, but how nice is it going to be able to close the year there?
Yeah, it'd be very special. I think one thing I've not been able to do is win an IndyCar race in my home city. So winning in Nashville is definitely on my list. I think it's the perfect destination. Nashville it's a party and an event town. People love to support big events. IndyCar has definitely been well received, and I think everybody rallies around that. I think for the championship finale, it's a perfect place. It's very central. If you're an Indiana fan, you can drive down pretty easily. I drive from Nashville to Indiana all the time. Great drive, really easy. Two great cities. So yeah, I think it's a good destination for everybody. And great party atmosphere. Great place to end the year, and hopefully, like I said, I want to have speed there because I'd love to win a race in my hometown.
Discover more at wishtv.com and when you follow Wish TV on Facebook. Plus, be sure to follow and subscribe to the AC's Conversations podcast and others on the All Indiana Podcast Network. Connect now at allindianapodcastnetwork.com.